The Sega Genesis has released a lot of really popular games like Mortal Kombat and of course Sonic the Hedgehog, and I have covered a few of these games on this channel, but we haven't even scratched the surface yet. So to keep bulking my library of Genesis games, I tried researching for some of the more popular titles on the system that I could try out and make a video on. And some titles I found interesting were games like Castlevania Bloodline, since I played the first Castlevania game on the NES, and Earthworm Jim? And one game that I found interesting was Disney's Aladdin. Why did this interest me? Because it's widely considered to be one of the best games on the system. Out of all of these games, this one just seems kind of random to me. So recently, I sat down and watched Aladdin for the first time, and yeah, I'm not kidding. So we could pop in this cartridge and find out for ourselves why was Sega's Aladdin so popular. Let's start by talking a little bit about the game's development. Aladdin released in cinemas on the 25th of November 1992, and Sega wanted to quickly capitalize on the growing success of the film. Sega had made other Disney titles such as Castle of Illusion and Quackshot, so the two companies already had a good relationship. But Disney also had a great relationship with Capcom, who had developed Disney titles for the Nintendo like DuckTales and Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. So therefore both Nintendo and Sega had earned the licensing to Aladdin, which meant the battle was on.
Mamma mia, why can't we ever release anything without getting into beef with one another?
Sega got Blue Sky Studios to develop the game. However, Blue Sky had also earned the rights to develop a Spielberg project, that being Jurassic Park, and you know that was gonna make bank. So unfortunately, developing Aladdin was not priority one on the company's mind. The game was just taking way too long, and when Disney observed what the game looked like, they weren't impressed, to say the least. So they started looking for alternatives until a company called Virgingames approached Disney about... Don't write anything immature into the script, that's not funny. Virgin Games were already in a license deal with Disney about developing a Jungle Book game, and they preached to Disney how they were able to replicate their animation style frame by frame and implement it into their developing software. They called it Digicel. And Disney saw how devoted this company was towards replicating their animation, so they were in. They gave the rights to Virgin, who picked up the project. Disney had 10 of their Florida-based workers design the animations for the game. They then shipped these frames to Virgin Games' production facility in Irvine, California, where the animations were implemented into the game. The total development of the game took about 9 months, starting in January of '93 and ending in October of that same year. But we've only discussed how Virgin have managed to masterfully replicate the design of their source material, but we need to know about the actual gameplay. How does it roll? So if you've seen Aladdin, the story basically follows the same as the movie, so I won't explain it here. Also to avoid needing to use too much copyrighted material. But with that aside, I'm going to be discussing about what I think of the gameplay in my own opinion. Each level is designed to replicate a set from the movie, and they do it perfectly with the amazing backgrounds and layouts. Like the first level in Agrabah Market is based off of the first song in the movie, and god damn, it feels like it. Not only with the music, but when jumping from rooftop to rooftop trying to escape from the enemies, I feel like I'm in that exact same scene and location in the movie. There's so many ropes to climb, items to collect, and things to interact with. It gives you constant stimulation and is super fun to play around with. The game also seems to be really forgiving, like you immediately start off with a sword and projectiles, which I don't remember Aladdin using that much in the movie, not in these scenes specifically. But I like it when games are made easy, because we all know that I'm a bot and I suck. The combat is really fun though. You can actually use the sword to deflect the projectiles from enemies, and you can actually end up crossing blades with them, which I've never seen in a game like this before, but it makes it so much more immersive. My biggest complaint is they maybe could have utilized Aboo a little bit more. Yes, I know he has a level of his own, but in the movie he was like Aladdin's little sidekick. Maybe he could have had a function more like Diddy Kong in Donkey Kong Country? Maybe it comes down to developing restrictions or something. And you know what? Just sitting here talking about it doesn't really show you too much of what I'm talking about. So how about we sit down together and play the game for ourselves? I can show you the world. Press start. Oh my god, it's the beetle thing that opens up the giant bad CGI jaguar. In oh no, I'm not going to be able to pronounce the names. A faraway land of wind and sand, a young street rat named Aladdin must steal to survive. Meanwhile, Jafar, the Sultan's advisor, plots to take over the kingdom by stealing a magic lamp from the perilous Cave of Wonders. Our story begins on a dark night. Oh wow, they're literally spitting lines from the movie. Agrabah. Is that how it's pronounced? Agrabah? Yeah, Agrabah Market. Okay. Yeah, we're Aladdin now, boys. Okay, so controls. B is to swing. I don't remember him having a bloody sword in the movie, though. That's to throw rocks. Man, Aladdin was more like hot and passive in the movie, whereas here he looks like aggressive and ready for anything. Oh wow, I love the way they animated the walking. It looks so good. It looks just like a Disney Renaissance film. Alright, we need to be careful here. Wow, there's so much to collect. Kill the street performer! Alright, so where's our health? Is it the apples? Or is that just how many apples we have? Woo! This is fire so far, man! This gameplay is awesome. Ow, no, on the burning hot Is that a genie inside there? Oh, look at the way he presses out his chest when he looks up. Ah, there we go. Now we got it. Huh. No, I'm dead, bro! Aladdin! How did you die, my... Oh, at least Genie's here to help. Thanks, Robin Williams. All right, let's try that again. Huh. Man, I bet kids would have been blown away with this in the 90s. I'm blown away. This looks incredibly good. I'm impressed at how good this game looks. And the gameplay's super fun as well. Like, the controls are fluent. Yeah, there we go. Whoa! I just stood on that freaking lamp and it blew everything half to hell! What the heck? Collapsing platforms. I've played plenty of video games, so I should know how things go around here. R-A-T-O. Huh. Huh. Yes! Good job, Aladdin. Huh. Yeah! Woo! Jumping shot! Hell yeah! This game is awesome so far. I know I have it on, like, practice difficulty, but holy... Oh, ow. There we go. More genie things. I don't even know what that stuff does. Alright. Oh, man, and there's now gems and stuff. Wow, Aladdin's stealing way more valuables than he was in the movie. One thing these Disney games are really good at doing on this console is replicating, like, the animation style of the movies they're in. Like, Lion King looked amazing. It had some awesome levels, which looked just like the songs they were mimicking. And this movie, it really captures the yellow aesthetic of the town in Aladdin, when I remember. And, like, the animation is on point. It's, like, the same kind of goofy Disney Renaissance style. And it looks super good. Wow, that's so cool! Aladdin is awesome, dude. He can do so much. Okay, we got collapsing platforms. We're smoking this so far. I'm loving it. I love games that I can beat because it's more fun. I shouldn't say that because then this game's gonna get ridiculously hard and I'm gonna start raging. All right, I have no idea where the health is. I think it's that freaking... Whoa! What the heck? I think it's the lamp up in the top left corner of the screen. I'm pretty sure that's our health. Oh, it's the guy who was telling the story. Oh, there's the shop. I remember, yeah, this was at the beginning of the movie. He was like trying to sell stuff and he was the one who was telling the story, man. That's awesome, dude. Okay, so now there's like things we can buy from a shop. I'm not going to do that just yet, but eventually I'll do it. Level complete! That's awesome! Okay, so obviously that was the first song in the movie. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, I remember. Oh, wow, is this like a... Lose? What do you mean I lose? I don't even know what that is. Okay, so there's more like bonus level things. Oh, crap. The desert. Let's do this, baby. All right, find the scarab. How do we do that? Do we just run around? What's the scarab? Oh, shoot, snakes. Huh. Woo! Get them jumping shots. Okay, there's spikes, though. We need to be careful. Yes! Oh, my God. The frickin' camels can shoot projectiles. That's so cool. Okay, no. So it looks like this is just the next level. I think this is now when Aladdin is then manipulated by Jafar to go and find the thingamabobber, the lamp in the bad CGI Jaguar cave. One thing I wish these games had more, because obviously they didn't have the technology at the time, I wish these games had cutscenes because it would have made them so much more impactful like the movies they were made after. And I died again, bro? This game freaking sucks! Oh, wow. Oh, checkpoints. Okay, cool. So there's checkpoints. That's nice. That's so cool, man. I love the animation. Okay, another thing, because unlike in Lion King, this isn't a fault of the game. It's just because the Lion King, the characters are like animals. In this one, I feel like they can go so much further with how they animate them because they're humans, so therefore it's much more expressive in how they use their arms and move their torsos and legs and everything. So I'm just enjoying it a lot more. And also, I noticed that the tone with Aladdin in the movie itself, it was very goofy. It was way more funnier than I thought it was going to be. Like, I forgot Disney can actually be funny, and this game is definitely capturing that with all the goofy visuals and the fun levels and mechanics and stuff. But I think here we've simply just got to pick whenever a visual comes up. So we've now just earned another apple. Let's try earning one of those lives. No, we got another ruby. I don't know what the rubies do. I'm guessing they're for like the shot. Okay, and we lost. Obviously, it's Jafar's face. Aladdin's face would be the lives. Oh, yes, I remember. Well done, street rat. The second half of the scarab is in Agrabah, in the possession of a clever thief. So that's Jafar in disguise. And the scarab. Okay, so we're basically cutting out the middleman of the movie where Jafar originally got that, like, little round thief in order to steal both halves of the scarab, in order to open up the thing, before he then got Aladdin to do it, since Aladdin was, quote, the diamond in the rough. Oh no. No! He got his legs freaking sliced open! Oh man, at least Robin Williams is here to accompany me though. So far, let me talk about my thoughts so far on the game. So, gameplay is super duper awesome. Like I said, controls are fluent, which makes the attacks nice and easy. It gives you projectiles, it gives you a sword right off the bat, which makes it easier, because I do not remember Aladdin having a sword in the movie, so that's definitely a game mechanic. I love the animation, like I love the way the enemies move, I love the way Aladdin moves. Hopefully at some point we'll get to use Aboo as some kind of a mechanic, as maybe like a companion who can help us with things, because so far there's been a lack of Aboo, and we need more, because he was Aladdin's little sidekick in the movie. It's following the story, but it's making a few changes. Like I said, at the beginning of the movie, Jafar got some other throwaway thief to try and get the two, I forget what it's called. It's like that beetle thing that you connect together and then it opens the big Jaguar cave, the awful CG. But in this, it just looks like Aladdin is the one doing it first. Yeah, we will continue. Yes. They walk off in the direction of yes to carry on. Yeah, damn right I'm gonna carry on doing this. Oh shoot, our first boss fight. Who is this little man? Oh, it's the thief guy that I've been talking about. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh shoot, it's another boss fight. Crud. I'm not sure how much health I have. Oh, it's like Donkey Kong. He's gonna send barrels down the... No, I'm dead. So that's why they put the checkpoint there. So we'll head back there. Gotta get used to the controls. Yes, we beat him. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes, Zicky AG is a pro at this game. That was awesome, dude. All right, I'd like... Oh, of course, it's always Jafar, you stupid. I want to be Jafar away from him. With both halves of the scarab, Aladdin is ambushed unexpectedly by the palace guards.
You won't get away this time, thief! It's the Sultan's dungeon for you.
Why was Jasmine there? Yes, exit! Oh my god, we made it out. It was that simple, dude. Cool. Nice. And I lost immediately. Screw you, Jafar. Alright. Give me the start of street rat and I will show you the way to the cave of wonders. And betray me. I love how he had to go so far as to stab him and not just let him fall. Right, so now we're in the cave of wonders. No! I was lucky there. Ah, I died again to the bloody bats. It's a mouse! With... Oh, Jesus! Give up, street rat. I can't remember how he sounded. He sounded a lot like Scar. Made you look. Fuck off, Robin Williams. So the reason this game was such a success is pretty obvious in my mind. It was based off of a really popular and brand new at the time, mind you, Disney movie, and it managed to replicate it perfectly. And thanks to Virgin's... You know, I still don't have any material on that. And thanks to Virgin's excellent Digicel research, Disney style has never been replicated as well as it has in this game. With the animations, the backgrounds, the music, it was all just awesome. And combined with the really fun gameplay and simple yet fulfilling combat, the game ended up selling 4 million copies, and Virgin was even given the opportunity to develop even more Disney titles. These games would include The Lion King, which I have actually played on this channel before and also utilizes Digicel technology, and they would also go on to develop the Pinocchio game. Personally, I rate Sega's Aladdin a 7.5 out of 10. It's not anything special, but it's simple, fun, and a challenging enough game, and it replicates its source material spectacularly.
But Zicky, you've now reviewed our entire library of Genesis games, and to be quite frank, I don't think it's very fair on how many games you've been reviewing for the Genesis than you have for the Super Nintendo.
Wait, just slow down for a second there, Sonic. The creators can always suggest new games to play on the Genesis, now that I know how to actually record it properly. So if you guys have any Sega Genesis titles, good or bad, popular or unpopular, then just let me know in the comment section below, and I will make a video on them. Right, happy now?
Okay, well, before we jump to conclusions, there is one game that you missed out when buying your big plethora of Sega games for the Genesis. And I think the creators are going to be quite upset when they find out which game it is that you left out. Because some consider this to be the best game released on the Sega Genesis, and even the entire Sonic franchise.
Wait a minute. You're not talking about